Now, here's Wendy.
Studio audience. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. How you doing? I'm doing great. People are lashing out at Jay Z and Beyonce over baby Blue Ivy's hair. Ugh. Lindsay Lohan wants to make a drastic change in her looks. Ugh. And Robin Thicke has a new scheme to win his wife Paula Patton back. Ugh. Let's talk about it and more. It's time for Hot Topic. You know, next Thursday will only be one of the greatest days ever because Jennifer Lopez is coming. I've only interviewed with her once that was on the radio back in the day, and you know what? She was really nice. You know, despite, you know, the beauty and the clothing and the butt and, you know, the diva stuff that you read about in the papers, she really is a nice girl and she's fun. Well, she's got this new CD. It's called, It's called AKA, and it's coming out on Tuesday. And I'm liking the first two singles. You know that one, I Love You, Poppy? Yeah. And also the other one, First Love. Well, there's a third song on the album, and it's called Emotions. And I love when she does the Jenny from the Block thing. Just, you know, she's still a girl from the Bronx. You can get a sneak peek of that song Emotions by going to wendyshow.com. And Jennifer, see you next week. Now, regarding Beyonce and Jay Z and Baby Blue's hair. Listen. Well, excuse me. People have been criticizing them since the girl started growing hair. But these are the pictures of, all the images. I mean, we have more than just this picture, but if you look on the internet, there are tons of pictures of Baby Blue with very natural hair. And I have no problem with this because Baby Blue was only 2 years old. And, you know, my thought with processing hair and whatnot is that that's how, I saw a little girl with a quick weave the other day. You know what a quick weave is? A quick weave is one of those weaves that you pay like $50 for and you sew it into her head. The little girl was probably about Baby Blue's age. The girl will be bald before she gets into first grade at that rate. There's an online petition going on though, urging Beyonce to comb her daughter's hair. Well, at this point, you probably can't get a comb through the hair, but that's not the point. I talked to my award-winning wigologist, Antoine, this morning about, well, what do parents do with 2-year-old hair? You know, girls' hair. You know, if you're of a particular persuasion or you have a particular texture hair. I'm not talking about like you, Suzanne, with the slinky blonde. Yeah, it's silky. Mm-hmm. So is my wig.
Oh, yeah!
Anyway, Antoine said, I wish the people would just leave Beyonce and Jay Z alone and leave that baby alone. It's a baby. Leave her alone. And you know what? And I'm sure that, you know, it's not hurting the little girl. After all, you know, Tina Knowles, Beyonce's mother, got started by owning a hair salon. So, you know, they've got hair knowledge in the family. Leave the girl alone and stop with the online positions. And Robin Thicke, what are you doing? Other than standing around being handsome. He is handsome. And tall, he's got a straight back, a good speaking voice. You know, I don't like a man with a light voice. You know what I mean? He's got like Beckham. You know? He's got a good speaking voice, but he gets that from his dad, because Alan Thicke also has that good, deep, you know, seductive speaking voice. Anyway, Robin is going to extremes to win his estranged wife, Paula, back. Apparently, he's naming his new album, Paula. And if I were Paula, this would be such a turn off. I mean, I recall saying to you that how he shamed her in public by allegedly catting around town is how he should try to win her back. But I take that back. I'm a woman, I'm allowed to change my mind. This is like, what are you doing? Because all of a sudden, his public declarations make it seem insincere. When you're really trying to do something and you mean it for real, and that goes for all of us. You know, you do that behind closed doors if you really mean it. And I said, you know, there's a chance that they could get back together, you know, if she's fallen for this mess, you know, but there's also a chance that he's only doing this because he knows that he's got to come up with a really good album off the heels of Hey, Hey, Hey. Hey, Hey, Hey. Because a lot of people did not know who Robin Thicke was until Hey, 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 Hey. I mean, you know, we played a few Robin Thicke songs on the radio, you know, back when I was in radio. I remember the one Lost Without You, but I don't know that that was a crossover hit the way Hey, 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 Hey does. Paula, I would be really turned off. Robin, you were either scheming, because girls also fall for guys with big hearts like that. Like, there are girls everywhere right now probably saying, oh, Robin is so sweet. Let me just give him some. You know, and Paula and Robin, you know, have been together. They've been married for 9 years, but they've been dating since they were both 14 years old. So, you know, cautionary tale, sometimes when you marry the person that you've been dating since you were 14, things happen, you know? Like, I wonder if she's ever been with another man. I wonder if he's ever been with other women. I just don't feel like a woman should act like a hooker, but a woman certainly does need to do a little vodeo doing before she gets married. That's all I'm saying. Lindsay Lohan wants to get rid of one of the trademarks that has made her famous, her freckles. Now see, I love freckles. I just think, and the freckles and the red hair, it's all working. And despite, you know, that she's had some issues with stuff, her looks have really held up compared to, you know, a lot of people get involved with stuff, whether it's drugs or booze or pills or whatever, and their looks immediately start to fall down, you know. But according to my friends at Radar Online, Lindsay is looking to have her freckles either bleached or lasered away. Clap if you think that this is a good idea. Not one person. Lindsay, I know it's your life. I know you've moved to London. Maybe you're trying to look less all-American or something. Like the freckles and the red hair, you know. I know. Those are all the freckles that she has on her face, but it's usually covered now that she's an adult with makeup. But yeah, aren't they cute? Cute. Don't do it, Lindsay. They're part of what you're known for. As a matter of fact, stop concentrating on the outside and work on the inside. Your freckles are like if Lauren Hutton, the model, if Lauren Hutton got rid of the gap in her teeth. And I'm still mad at Enrique Iglesias for getting rid of that mole. The mole was part of his trademark. Now if I was at the Short Hills Mall, I'd walk right past him. I wouldn't recognize him. Do you know? Sometimes those things are the things like Barbra Streisand in the nose. They're just certain things. Don't do it, Lindsay. Shout out to Sherry Shepherd and everybody over at The View. Sherry, you know what? There's been so much other stuff going on here with these celebrities. It was only like 3 weeks ago that we learned that you were getting a divorce, and I've already forgotten about the story. See, my thing is that, and I always tell you this, if you give celebrities enough time, just another celebrity will act out, and the focus will be taken off you and whatever you're up to. You know what I mean? Like, I virtually forgot about it. Just like I virtually forgot about Robin Thicke and Paula, you know? But remember, that man that she once called husband, Sal, who who, by the way, is in his 40s. Just saying. Remember, Sal asked for full custody of their unborn child that's due in July that's being carried by a surrogate. Well, Sal is in LA and Sherry's here in New York sitting on The View every day. And I read what you all say about Sherry. She can talk about everything else, but she hasn't talked about, the situation. But sometimes when you're going through situations, you have a gag order on the situation. However, that does not stop people on the red carpet from asking. So they trapped her on the red carpet and they asked her, about, so what's up with the divorce and so on and so forth. I guess she said, well, I can't really comment on that, But she did comment on, is she dating yet? And she said that she's not ready to find a new man, but she says check back in with her in about a year. Sherry, once people, man or woman, in my opinion, get past 40, there is no time for grass to grow under one's feet. You know what I mean? I mean, for a lot of us, it's the best we've ever looked in our lives, Sherry, I'm not suggesting that you bring people home to your 9-year-old cute son, Jeffrey. Jeffrey doesn't need to see anything. But a little lunch, a little dinner, someplace around Manhattan, I, for one, am not going to look at you as a loose woman for doing that. I know that you're still married. The divorce is going to be complicated because Sal wants half of everything that you've worked hard to earn. And he wants the baby, and it seems as though he's trying to mentally torture you. But don't wait a year, Sherry, because time waits for no one. Besides, I think that, and I'm not even talking about having sex or anything like that, although you're a grown woman, you do what you want to. But to me, part of being a woman is it's a full circle thing. Well, you do well with your career and you might like the way you look in your dress or whatever, but you want the attention of a man or a woman, I'm not judging. Like you want some attention. You want the flickering of a candle in the middle of the table as he puts the napkin in your lap. Because he's not sitting across from you, he's sitting next to you, so he can get a waft of your perfume. And every once in a while, he grazes your arm. And then you get in a different cab, and then you go home by yourself. But you want to feel beautiful and juicy. That's all. When she puts too much lemon in the tea, she doesn't understand how much I love it. So Khloe Kardashian's new boyfriend, French Montana, is sabotaging her weight loss. Well, she lost the weight, she feels good about herself, looks like she bought herself a new booty and the whole bit. Oh, please. Show the picture of her shopping in the boutique. Okay. Anyway, French is reportedly feeding Khloe fattening food because he prefers his women to be curvy. She already is she's curvy. She was curvy before, she's still curvy now. And I don't know that this is French's motive, but you ever get with a guy who tries to make you fat just so that you stay at home while he goes out and does his thing? Or a guy. I once was married to a guy, and I'm not saying names. And he wasn't about the fat thing. It wasn't even the weight, but he used to, this is before I wore a wig. I went through a period where I, put a little hair weave on my thin struggle hair and make it to be something big. He wouldn't like the hair weave. He'd like just my natural hair. He wouldn't want me to wear makeup. God forbid I put on something remotely sexy, Oh, well, please, it lasted for 5 months. And I hope you're watching now. Look what you missed out on, stupid. Right. Turn down, turn down, turn down, turn down. I'll save the rest of the jokes for my comedy night at the Venetian next month. Anyway, Chloe, don't let him sabotage your weight. French, don't sabotage Chloe's weight. She's curvy, and if she's even more curvy now that she got her some more. So please, country singer Jason Aldean. Do you remember when I was telling you that he was caught in a lit bar making out with a girl? And I showed you the evidence, there they are. In a lit bar, now mind you, he's a married man, he's got 2 daughters, he's been married to his high school sweetheart for years. There's the long-suffering wife. And now who is that? That's the new girl? She's from American Idol, right? Do you recognize her Idol fans? Okay, well, close your legs to married men. Now look, her name is Brittany, and she didn't win American Idol, but anyway, and the Aldeans are getting a divorce. You know, the daughters are old enough to understand that daddy's no longer sleeping in mommy's bed. One is 6 and the other one is 12, 11, same difference, 11. And Jason is still with this woman, Brittany. Well, the stats show that only 10% of the next, of jump-offs end up actually marrying and creating a whole new family. So, this girl, though, needs to be dropped like a bad habit. I'm gonna tell you why. Because maybe the 6-year-old isn't aware, but the 11-year-old is aware of who Brittany is, that she can see the photo of her dad in a lit bar making out with Brittany, which, by the way, he blamed it on too many drinks. And so Brittany is never going to, or the little 11-year-old will never accept this girl, Brittany, Jason. And by you staying with Brittany, you're about to fracture the relationship with not just the 11-year-old, but the 11-year-old's gonna tell the 6-year-old. And I don't know whether mom is feeding the girls information, but 11-year-old, all you have to do is go online and Google my dad, Jason Aldean, and you'll find all the scandality of it all. Jason, there are so many women on the face of the earth. Leave this girl, Brittany, alone before you not only lose your wife, but you lose your daughters. So, Kerry Washington has the best coworkers ever because they help her keep her private life private. Well, by the way, this is the first picture that I've seen of Kerry since delivering her baby. So she's lost her weight nicely. Yeah, her boobs aren't obnoxious. And she looks good, happy, you're glowing. Well, Kerry's Scandal co-star, Bellamy Young, who's been here on our show before, and I even asked her a Kerry Washington question. She said, oh, no. We don't talk about Kerry. Like, she told us that, if you were watching that day. And I was like, wow, that's kind of cool, because, I mean, there's only one star of every show, and Kerry clearly is, the star of Scandal. Everybody else is fireable. They will Columbus short you quickly. Anyway, Bellamy just revealed that the cast isn't allowed to comment on Kerry or her husband or their new baby girl. And I think that that's terrific. I want that rule around here. I like that. I like that. Even though I would love to know more about Kerry Washington, I definitely respect the fact that, she keeps her life very low key. You never see her falling out of clubs, and doing anything seedy. And the coworkers already understand, look, we have a hit show here, and we don't want to rock the queen. So if she doesn't want us to talk, let's not talk. That show has so much life left in it. And it probably wasn't even Kerry who called about the rule. She probably talked to her manager or her publicist or something like that and said, now look, I need you to call up the executives at Scandal, and you need to tell them in no certain terms is anyone to speak about me, Like, she's not gonna say that, Anyway, good for you, Kerry, and shout out to everybody at Scandal. Yeah.